Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Julie with Reflections Framing and Stitching, and today's video is going to be mostly about the retreat that the shop had over the weekend. And I did some interviews with the stitchers, which hopefully you will find interesting. I know I did. And we had a great time at retreat. Lots of laughs, lots of poking fun at each other. We did a lot of stitching. We did even more ripping out. It was definitely a 4 days of ripping. If there was one thing I could say about it, it was that it was not a very did not move me very far forward in my stitching. I did not start anything. I started 2 new things, but the first one I had to rip out everything I put in because I used the wrong color, or the right color. Depends on how you look at that. It could be that I used the wrong color but the wrong symbol, or I used the right color. Whatever. I thought the color I was using was for the M symbol, and instead it was for the up arrow symbol, and it was not. Anyway, I had to rip it all out. So no progress on that one to speak of, and I only started one other one, which I showed you. I will be showing you in the following video. So today all I have is a little bit of progress on my hawk run. As you will see, I did finish block number 11, my 11th block, not necessarily the hawk run's 11th block, but the 11th block that I stitched on hawk run, and I have started block number 12. So this is okay. So here's the picture of hawk run, in case you haven't been around and you don't know what hawk run is. Hawk run is a series of charts designed by Carriage House and Kathy Barrick, and mine are lined up a little bit differently, simply because I did not think that the cemetery should be by the school. So my school is up here, the church is down here, then it's the cemetery, and then this block is over here. I did not fill in my background on this one because I always felt it was strange to have one solid black and one not. So I didn't fill that one in, and I finished the bottom row and then came up here and stitched this one, which is the one I just finished after supper, the first day of retreat, and then started this one, which was my favorite, and I wanted to leave it for last because it's my favorite, and I figured that would give me incentive to really stick with it, because sometimes we stitchers have to play games with our heads. So that's what I did. I did what I could. So I normally would have done the entire outline of the block, because every block has an outline. But I had done words are hard. I had done part of the outline on this block, meaning to finish it at retreat, but I forgot that color. So I started the block itself, and I started it down here in the corner where I had the outline already finished. You can see I am working on the top part along here to finish that up. But now that I've started here, I'll have to kind of work my way up. I don't like to work upwards, I like to work downwards, but it is what it is. It's all going to work out in the end. And I'm debating I'm debating whether I want to change the name Jacob's Gristmill to, I don't know, some other name other than Jacob. I like the name Jacob. There's nothing wrong with Jacob. But I did change in the church. I did change, instead of the Reverend Isaiah or whatever, that cook, I think, I changed it to Father Foster, who is the priest that married Dan and I almost 45 years ago. And someone asked me if I was going to change the gristmill name to Dan, and I hadn't really thought about it, but I suppose I could. So I may go ahead and do that. But, you know, since Dan is not the same number of letters as Jacob, I might have to, well, you know, when I'm looking, scissors, or not scissors, glasses. I might have to spread the words out a little bit because they're kind of, I don't know. Can you see this right there? Can you see it? Right there. You know, they're kind of crunched together, so possibly I could spread them out a little and make Dan work. Daniel's gristmill would be too big. So Dan's gristmill might work. What do you think? Answer below. Anyway, that's where I'm at, is working on the green down here. I got to finish this up tonight and continue working on the green. And I don't have a real set goal for this other than that I would like to get it done soon and have this one off of my plate because I love it and I want to get it framed and, you know, all that stuff. So anyway, I wanted to share with you something that Connie sent me. She had texted me while we were, I think it was while we were at retreat. So this arrived really quickly. Maybe, no, it was before her surgery. So she texted me before surgery and said, hey, did you see this? And what this was an eBay auction for a flower frog that I had wanted. And I had sent the guy, this was months and months ago, and I'd sent the guy an offer for it, and he, you know, he didn't want to take my offer. So I just kind of let it go. Well, Connie had apparently saved that, and when it popped up on her eBay, he had lowered the price down a lot, like even lower than what my offer was. And so she wanted to know whether I wanted it or not. And I did want it. However, I think I mentioned in my last video that this April was a pretty spendy month for us, and we are at the end of the pay period because Dan only gets paid once a month, and so we're kind of watching our pennies until payday. I mean, it's a fact of life. Sometimes you have to shell out more money than what you're expecting, and that was our April. So I said no, I was going to pass on it, and you know, if it was meant to be, it would still be there when Dan gets paid. She didn't like that answer, so she went ahead and purchased it. She owes me some money for some different things, and So she decided to go ahead and pay for it and send it here, and then we'll balance out who owes what to whom at a later date, which was very, very sweet of her, and I thank her from the bottom of my heart because he really is cute. So I'm going to show him to you now. But this is my turtle flower frog. He came with the frog. I've got some scissors in him. He's very cute. You see the texture on his body. Got a cute little face. And he's a good, you've seen this one before, but he's a good little match for my frog too. They're both the silver plate. I'm sure they're not 100% silver, probably just silver plate. But they'll look really cute together, I think. They weigh a frickin' ton. These glass flower frogs in this domed, high domed look weigh a ton. But I wanted to share that with you because I thought that was really sweet of Connie, and I wanted to thank her. And yeah, so I just wanted to share with you. And that's really all I have as far as show and tell. I know I got a comment last time that I was boring. I'm like, you don't have to watch it if it's boring. You can certainly turn me off. So I've got to get to work tomorrow. I was going to go today, and I got busy looking at the videos from yesterday or from the weekend and trying to get that taken care of. So it's now 3:43. I'm not going to go to work and unpack the car, so I'm going to have to leave for work early tomorrow. Get the car unpacked and get everything put back where it's supposed to be, because I left the shop in a huge mess. Huge mess. When I left Wednesday night before retreat, because I was quickly trying to kit a few things up and stuff for shop night, only we had shop morning instead of shop night. And but yeah, everything was good. The food was good. The company was good. Missed Connie. No offense to Rosie. Rosie did a good job standing in for Connie. But, you know, Connie just knows how to liven the place up a bit. So we missed her greatly. And I'm hoping that nothing prevents her from coming in the fall. It was a no-frills retreat, so I don't have any kind of a, you know, retreat piece to show you. It was no frills, which is really kind of nice because it's more relaxing. There's more time for stitching. So yeah, we had a great time. Looking forward to it in the fall. And so I'm going to probably quit talking now so that I can trying to decide, because each interview takes about 15 minutes. And I did Rosie, Lori, Dorene, Wendy, Colleen, Kelly. I think that's 8. So that could make the video very long. So I may not post all of them with this video. I may split it up and do some in the next video. I haven't decided yet. You'll find out when you watch what I decide to do. So anyway, I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend. Thank you for the comments on my, not a weekend, it's the beginning of the week. All a wonderful week. And I hope you had a good weekend. Thank you for the comments on my last video. Not many of you have answered the question, though, about what you were working on, which is, you know, a little disappointing, guys. I would like to know what you're working on. So maybe go back and leave that comment, and I will talk to you in the next one. Or maybe not. I mean, I will, but I won't. Because probably this is the intro and I need to film an outro. That's what I need to do. Or split this. I think I can split it because I'm so good at editing. That's a joke. Okay, I'm going to let you go. And I will see you next time. Bye. Hello, everyone. Today is Friday. It is after lunch. This is take 2 because I deleted take 1, which was really, really good. But you'll never know. That's right. You will never know. So we're gonna try it again. I'm gonna show you what I worked on yesterday. My friend Rosie, you can just see her shirt right here. I'll turn the camera when it's her turn to speak.
I think this is good.
No, I think it's
my
it's
best
not
part.
good. She's going to show you, and then we're going to do a little get to know your stitcher questionnaire. So I'm just going to get started. I worked on 2 things. I didn't start anything new yesterday, so I do need to get a whoop whoop from everyone. Now, okay, everyone whoop whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Okay, now it's your turn. Stand up, put your arms up in the air and go whoop whoop. We'll wait. Thank you. I finished my block on Hawk Run Hollow. Right there. Whoop, whoop. So that is the whoop whoop. I didn't finish it before retreat. I did finish it at retreat yesterday after dinner. I got it done, but it is done. Done. I probably would have made my secret goal had I not, added an extra R to the word grass and had to rip that out. And then, yeah, it was a whole thing. But it is done now, and I can start the next block maybe tonight or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. So there's that one. And then the next thing I worked on was Beloved. And I got a bird head done, which will make Donna extremely happy because she hates when I do birds with no heads. So this bird will have its head. So that's how far I got, was this very colorful bird head right there. There's a lot of colors in there. So that was the sum total of my stitching so far. I would show you what I did today, but I had to rip it all out, so that's a maybe next time sort of thing. It is not a today sort of thing. So I'm going to turn the camera just a little bit so Rosie is now in the picture.
Here I am.
Let's scoot a little closer to you so that we're both in the picture. So, okay, this is Rosie. She's my stand-in for Connie, who had her knee replaced yesterday. So she's doing a great job too. She's a fantastic job of picking on me. So go, Rosie.
Connie would be proud.
Connie would be very proud of you. Yes. Okay. So your first thing you worked on was
Martha Walmsley.
Isn't that pretty? And I do think I may have to get this. Thank you very much, Rosie. Because I need another bird added to my...
You could just do the bird part.
I could just do the bird part, and I may, but you're right, that we were discussing this earlier, and that border is, see that border, that right there, is awfully pretty. So I don't, and there's not really an alphabet, so I can't complain about alphabet.
Just a few over one words.
Yeah. Are you going to put the over one words on there?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's it say? I want my glasses on.
That is so small.
Let me put my glasses on. What's it say? Says the Lord is good, true, and his mercy endureth forever. Okay. And then Martha Walmsley, 1847.
Yep.
I'm not sure I would put the words in, but
You could bring that down.
I could, yeah.
Even it out
But-
and skip the words. There's enough on there you wouldn't even notice that words were missing.
But and you worked on this for how long?
4 hours.
4 hours, and
I am fast.
this is what she accomplished in 4 hours.
and about 5 or 6
Which-
color changes.
You know, is more than I did.
And I'm slow. I'm a slow stitcher.
It's very pretty though.
Well, thank you.
Very pretty. What and your fabric you said is a tabby cat fabric?
It's Lollybrook by Tabby Cat.
Tabby cat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Very very pretty.
That's that one.
Yay.
I don't need a woot woot.
Well, not yet. We'll get there. We'll get a whoop whoop. And then her next piece she worked on was Shenandoah from Carriage House Samplings. And how many years has this come? How many retreats has this one come for?
This is about its third.
Its third retreat.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is its third retreat.
She had the words "Oh Shenandoah" already on here, so she's working on those Purple Mountains Majesty, which I'm going to let you in on a secret. They don't look like mountains to me. They look like mounds. So we're referring to them as mounds. And so yeah, but you're done with this one for
Yep.
this retreat then,
I
right?
am. Yep.
You probably won't touch it again.
We'll say hi next spring.
Okay. Yay! Whoop, whoop. Okay. Now, here's the thing. I watch on occasion. Well, I watch all 3 of the late night shows. You know, Jimmy, and Stephen. And Stephen Colbert does a little Colbert questionnaire with his guests. So I decided to do a questionnaire, a get-to-know-you questionnaire with some of the stitchers. We probably won't get to all of them this retreat, so you all have to come back in the fall so I can continue to torture each and every one of you.
But you'll remember I did this.
I will
already.
remember that you have done
Okay.
it, and you won't have to do it again.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Questions might be different in the fall, though.
Rosie's questions. Today.
So here we go. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. She's already answered these once, so these should come off real quick.
Unless I change my mind.
Okay. Rosie,
Yes.
best sandwich.
Peanut butter and bologna.
Which was her original answer, and Emily's sitting over there shaking her head. No,
Okay.
no, no.
All right.
Now,
Nah.
how did you
Little
discover?
King Royal treat.
How did you discover?
Girl Scout camp. Girl Scout
Who
camp.
taught that to you?
Just one of the other Girl Scouts.
One of the other Girl Scouts was eating a peanut
Yep,
butter and
so
bologna
we
sandwich.
all tried it and we liked it.
Okay. I didn't have Girl Scout camp because I dropped out. Are you surprised? I dropped out, so I just discovered it on my own. I think what the problem was there was no bread in the house. So I just smeared peanut butter on the bologna and ate it that way, and then, eventually had a sandwich with it too. But I like garlic bologna the best, so they don't make it anymore, so I have to sprinkle a little garlic powder on it.
It is a strange coincidence, though, that's something you and I had both
That
eaten.
is really weird.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and both probably about the same time, because I think
Probably.
I was middle school maybe
Yeah.
when that and Chippos. Don't know if you remember Chippos, but
No.
those were the potato chips. They were the best. Okay. Moving on. Name one piece of cross stitch you love, but will probably never stitch.
And for that, I said the 4 seasonal samplers from Sandy Orton. They're
Yep.
beautiful.
I'm not familiar with them,
I
but
love them, and never say never. I may
never say never. But
I
at
may
this,
stitch them somewhere.
as it stands right now, you were not planning to.
No,
stitch it.
No.
Well, you're young.
It's
You
true.
got 50 years yet. You can work on it.
I could at least start them all.
Yeah. And scariest animal.
The honey badger.
So
Go
also
to
the same.
YouTube and watch videos of honey badgers, and you'll see what I mean.
The only honey badger I'm familiar with is in a shifter book that I watched, and the women in that are honey badgers.
Really?
Yeah. But I have read a series of books on honey badger shifters.
Don't call them honey.
And they are badass women. So, okay. French knots or backstitch?
Backstitch.
Really?
Backstitch, definitely.
You would rather do a whole, use this Polyvon
I would rather
backstitch thing than do 5 French knots.
Well, you didn't say that.
Because I think I'd take a French knot.
Yeah,
What is the most used app on your phone?
I believe Facebook.
Facebook. Okay. On my
Weather.
phone now.
Maybe weather.
Name. Now
Weather.
you've had time to think. You have an answer to this one now. Name one designer you would like to meet in person.
Oh, no.
Nope. Don't know that still. She didn't have an answer earlier either.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
know.
She's met me.
I've met you.
Okay, so what's going to happen to your cross stitch when you die?
I don't know. Hopefully someone will want it. I don't think either of my boys will. So, but I have a niece that stitches, and so
So you're hoping she'll take it,
maybe she'll take it.
some of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
But you don't have an actual plan in place, like,
Nope.
honey, this is what I want you to do with my stuff.
Nope.
Call these people. Get the phone tree going.
If you can locate
We'll take
any
care
of
of it. Your favorite action movie? I think this is going to be different.
Twister.
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 It's her favorite action
I
movie.
love Twister. I could watch it over and over, and I never get tired of Twister.
I mean, it's good. I tend to look at it and go, oh, that'd never happen. They'd be so dead in that shed with all those things. They'd be dead. Flying debris is what kills
Yeah,
most people.
It's true. That is
They
true.
would be dead.
Wear your helmets.
Which she does.
Yes.
She's a good girl. She wears her helmet.
Yep.
Is cross stitch your only form of exercise?
Yep.
Favorite smell?
I do like cut grass. I really do like cut grass.
Cut grass is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Favorite smell. Burgers on the grill. That's a good one too. Yeah, food.
Steak on the grill.
Food,
sounds really
yeah,
good.
actually. Yeah.
You can only hang one piece of cross stitch in your house for the rest of your life. And that's the only thing hanging on your walls because you're a minimalist.
Does Polyvon say minimalist to you?
She's the only one there. Just
She's
one.
the only one? Okay.
She could be considered minimalist.
Yes.
Yeah. So Polyvon.
Summer Breeze by
Summer Breeze.
Polyvon. I love that.
Is that the porch?
Yeah. Yep, it's got the lady, there's a swing and a lady walking toward it's got a big house and lots of
Okay.
flowers and stuff.
I have that chart.
Yeah,
I always
You should
intended
do
to
it.
stitch it.
yeah.
It's probably on that list for over here of the
Things you're never going to
things I'm never going to stitch.
There was a bigger error.
Because I'm smarter now than I used to be. And
Yeah.
those blended threads and back stitching, just quarter stitches,
You
not.
can replace the back stitching with 3 French knots.
Okay, all right. So, what number am I thinking of? You get a second chance at this one. She didn't guess right the first time.
400, your favorite count of fabric?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't know.
And describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Oh, goody. Are we gonna play a game?
Happy.
Okay. Happy?
How you doing?
Hopeful.
I'm
Hopeful?
fine. I'm fine. Yep,
Peaceful.
Peaceful?
I am. at
Boring
home
in
and
a good way.
So, yeah, I'm
Boring.
semi-retired, so I'm only here some days.
And content.
I didn't hear
I
anything
know
about
it
cross
is. I
stitching
know
there.
it, but who was it?
They
that
could all
told
be
somebody
applied to
that I was
cross-stitch.
semi-retired?
Every
Gave
one
me all
of
this
them
stuff
could be
to do.
applied to cross-stitch.
There you go.
right.
Thank you for participating in
You're
these.
welcome. It was
Get to know
fun.
your Stitcher questionnaire.
Seems like
was
the days
fun.
go so
Okay.
fast.
Now let's see if I can get this shut off without deleting
I'm
it.
always trying to make sure that I did
It's gonna
something
kill me if I don't.
productive during the day.
You don't have to take it all out of
I
Did it
hear
stop?
ya. I hear ya.
I can lift this
No, it's still.
grade. I was-
Hello, it's me again. This time I have Lori with me. You've met Lori before.
A few times.
A few times, yes. So, Lori's going to share with you what she has worked with or worked on since arriving at retreat, which I think is 2 different projects. The first one is 324, the sequel. You want to hand me the cover and I will hold it up for a minute so they can see it. This is like specialty stitches, right?
Yes. A lot of counted
All
work.
specialty stitches. And am I correct in thinking it uses all the colors of DMC?
How many colors of DMC are there?
No idea.
Okay, I don't think it uses all. It's just 324.
324 different colors.
Yeah, I don't know if that's all of the collection, but
So
yeah, I'm thinking there's more.
that's quite a big undertaking. And you are doing it on what count?
I'm thinking 28, 25 or 28, one of the two.
Over 1? Over 2?
Break up into groups.
With the specialty stitches,
It's over
it's
2.
different.
Oh,
It's different depending
It's
on
different.
the square. It's some are 1,
Really?
some are 2, there's French knots or colonials. It's a lot of counted work.
I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You have to count.
I guess, well, I didn't get to her room this year. Did I get in her room? Yeah, I think I went and saw him. But I didn't get to talk to her much, so I had no idea. So,
Okay, well, the orientation is incorrect,
You can
but,
hold it in closer.
okay. But that took me pretty much all of yesterday just to do those 5 blocks. And I think I'm gonna rip out 2 of them because I'm not happy with how I did colonial knots.
Oh, dear.
But that's a problem for another day.
Yeah,
And
sure.
then, because of that, today, this was my choice.
Choose happy. Because yesterday wasn't.
So here's my choose happy. And my happy is a little different than what's charted because I made a mistake that I didn't want to rip out. So my happy letters are happier than what is charted.
They kind of up
Yeah,
and down?
yeah, happy. They're doing a
Yeah,
little
they're
dance, happy dance.
And didn't you find a problem with the chart?
Yes.
Okay. So this isn't the chart, but we can't show the chart. But the picture shows the choose is a different color than the happy.
But
But
it's-
the chart is charted in the same color.
It's the same.
So Lori has chosen to do hers in the 2 different colors.
Yes.
So
But you can choose whatever makes you happy.
you do you. Yes. Yes. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Be happy. Dorene, you want to sing that?
Okay.
You were supposed to do the Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Are you ready? You've had time. Hey. No comments from the peanut gallery.
I just said, where's the golden buzzer?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So you've had time to ponder your responses because you heard the questions already.
Wait, but you
So
said we were each
I
getting
lied.
different. Because I was very impressed that you came up with 16 different questions for each individual year.
Gosh, I would have been working on those.
Yeah.
That's why I lied. And maybe I'm lying now. Maybe I do have other questions. But I don't want you to know.
No, it's the same list.
But I might have more lists
Oh,
hidden
okay.
over there.
Rosie, does she have more lists?
I don't know.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Okay, so
All right.
best sandwich?
Reuben.
A Reuben. That came out really fast.
Well, that was I was thinking about when Rosie answered her question.
Reuben. So you are a sauerkraut fan,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
You know, my mom used to make sauerkraut when I was growing up. It was one of those things I sat at the table with and never
Never right.
never got
Well.
never got to leave the table till bedtime because I would not.
Well, my heritage is Slovak, so we ate a lot of
Yes.
sauerkraut
I think-
and cabbage and
I think
various
Abby's husband
versions of it.
Travis, they all like it.
Yeah.
I believe.
It's wonderful.
Okay. All right. If you can only, you need one cross stitch piece that you love that you will probably never stitch.
That's very difficult. Especially this weekend, surrounded by all these beautiful different pieces. And I want to do that.
Yeah, but you
I
got to
wanna
have
do that.
something that in your stash, and you have stash.
I have stash. I have decades
that,
of
that
accumulation.
you will probably never
Yeah.
do, even though you love it.
Okay, so here's a funny thing. However
Okay.
many years ago, when you asked us a question when we had one of our little mini retreats, whatever that we really, really wanted to stitch, and my answer at the time was Serendipity, the Nativity.
Okay.
And
That's not the Marbeck Nativity.
so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Marbeck.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay, the
Serendipity
Marbeck
Designs.
Nativity.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm going to have the same answer to that question.
You don't think you'll ever get it stitched?
Just to move things along, that's what I'm going to answer.
Well, okay then.
Because it's a big project. I really wanted to do it then. I still want to do it, but it's not happening, and I'm not getting
Well,
any younger.
I don't see
I know. I never.
grabbing for it.
No.
So,
No.
you know, I have
high hopes.
I have
but,
many, and
But I don't know.
yeah.
But just to move your process along.
Scariest animal?
It's not an animal. It's a spider.
That's okay.
Okay.
That works.
All right. It's an insect, but yeah, spider.
Spider. Okay.
Spiders.
Spider works.
Okay.
French knots or backstitch?
Do I hate or love? Which
Which do you prefer?
backstitch?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did I not say that I was going to be ripping out these?
Those are colonial knots.
Yeah, which I'm usually better at because I suck at French knots. Yeah, colonials are normally better for me, but this is not an example of me doing good colonial knots, which is why they have to be ripped out. So, in answer to your question, backstitch.
Backstitch. Okay. All right. It's okay. What is the most used app on your phone?
The weather.
The weather?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. The weather.
The weather.
She likes to be up to date on the weather, which in the springtime is you
Yeah.
you fish,
Yes.
so that probably has something to do with
Yes.
the
Yes.
why you want to know what
Yeah.
the weather is
Yeah,
going
and
to be.
which way the wind's blowing.
Dan is still coming to visit you.
He's invited.
He is
You
determined
both are invited.
to
You can
come and fish in
You
your
can come.
little
In
pond.
our little pond, yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Name one designer that you haven't already met that you would like, because Lori does go to market with me.
Here we go.
So one designer you would like to meet in person that you have not met. And just because you've met them doesn't necessarily mean you've met them.
Right. Well, that's the thing.
So-
I go to market and I work. I don't go to chit chat.
Right. So
So
if there's one at market that you haven't, had a conversation with and you can say them. I don't care.
probably my answer today, and this would be different every day. I probably would like to meet Karen Kluba because I haven't met her, but I want to tell her that I finished Inspiration.
And that in and of itself is quite the feat. And it is waiting to be framed. But I didn't get to the stretching of it yet.
That's okay.
But it's coming.
There was no
It's
hurry.
coming.
But yeah, that's what
Dorene's got stretched.
I heard her talking about that, and I tried really hard not to be envious.
Well, hers
Or-
got stretched because I have one piece, and it's a Larson jewel frame, and there wasn't much of it left, and they are not getting it back in. So I need to order Larson Jewel as quickly as possible, and
okay.
yours is not a Larson Jewel
I know,
frame.
that's
Which is why
okay.
hers got stretched before yours.
That's okay, I was just
So.
teasing. It's fine.
That's.
I told you no
that's
hurry.
kinda-
Dorene's then?
Yes. What?
Mine after Dorene's?
No.
Everybody else?
Wow.
Well, after the ones that I have to
It's so
order
cute.
frames for, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes, because you brought your own frame,
Yep.
so I don't have to order it. So I can squeeze it in among other things.
Oh, okay.
But right now, I've got to get everyone else's that needs to be stretched before I can order their frames stretched.
Okay.
Then yours. Okay. What's going to happen to your cross stitch when you die?
If my husband has his way, probably the dumpster.
Okay.
Or some of it, not all of it. I don't even know if he realizes what all is cross-stitched. I did tell him to call Dorene.
Okay.
And so,
Well, that's a plan.
And so, yeah, Doreen might be bringing a carload of all you to come over.
That's a plan.
I have to find it, though. Only
You know.
only she's been in the basement. So.
You have to go with Dan so you can see the basement. While they're out
It
fishing,
can't
you
be-
can just sit
Yeah.
down
It
there and
cannot be
play.
worse than mine.
Oh,
Yes, it can.
oh.
No,
I've
there
seen
is
both.
there
Yeah.
is one pathway through my basement right now to
Yeah, and that's kind of
And
mine
that's
right
it.
now. Yeah,
And-
Doreen's
and that's
out.
it.
I've seen both, and
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
in-
quite
So-
as bad as yours.
I was down in the craft room the other day before we came here, and I'm like, oh, Nellie, you really need to get your butt down here and do some serious work. So,
Well, Doreen saw mine when it was
Just
a quarter organized, and then it's
And you still have to move things around to walk through it.
yes.
But she knows where everything is.
well, I don't.
That's what amazes me. She
See,
can go
you're
to
ahead
it.
of me because I know where nothing is. So
Well, mine came off a move, so
Yeah.
you've been living with yours for a while, so it's okay.
27
Yeah,
years
yeah,
probably.
yeah. Mine's only 3.5 years old.
Okay.
So
Favorite action movie?
I'm gonna go with Twister just because I don't watch a whole lot of movies. So I liked Rosie's answer when she said it, and I do like Twister. I have seen that. So, but it's been a while since I've seen a movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Twister.
Okay. All right. Is cross stitch your only form of exercise?
Pretty much. And on weekends, I'll walk, not as much as I used to, but
You
I
used to walk a lot.
Yeah, don't too much anymore.
Probably
And
because you don't have your cow to go visit.
there are other cows, but they're further away. I can't bond with
You
any
can't
of
walk
them.
that far.
Yeah, but yeah, given that when I stitch, that I put my watch on my right hand, so I get credit for some type of
She
arm.
gets credit for that.
And
Cheater, cheater.
I closed all my rings today, so. So I guess I can.
Well,
move it.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Look, you already have a suntan. Look.
I do.
She's got a suntan. You can see where she had a watch or something on. Do you?
It was.
Do you
and
switch sides?
I do because sometimes casting works for calorie burning too.
that
But yeah,
would
that's
totally
not
fling
as
that
bad.
watch, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so I've tan lines on both wrists.
Wow,
so,
I'm impressed.
yeah.
I
No,
could
I'm just-
stay outside for like 100 hours, and I still would look like, Casper the Ghost.
Yeah, well,
So-
my shoulders look like Casper the Ghost. So, 'cause-
Okay.
Anyway.
Now this next question really isn't appropriate for you
okay. Oh,
because it's what is your favorite smell?
I
But
can't smell.
she has no sense of smell. Never has.
No.
And
Or a
Yeah.
very, 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 very,
Very-
very
very-
weak one.
very weak sense of smell.
Yeah, so-
And what she did smell, she didn't like. So, there's that.
Yeah.
All right. So if you could only hang one piece of cross stitch, nothing else is on your walls, just one piece that you've stitched
Yeah.
for the rest of your life.
Oh, I
What is it?
love.
It's all you can look at from now until doomsday.
Okay. I don't know the designer. I bought a kit from the Ukraine a few years ago, and it's rabbits in the spring meadow or something. And there's a whole story that I won't go into, but it would be that.
And it's stitched?
It's stitched. It's 2 bunnies.
Have I seen it?
No, I missed.
I don't think so. I'll find a picture on my
I guess
phone.
I'll have to see it when I come with Dan to fish.
Yeah, you weren't framing at the time.
Only-
Otherwise, you would have gotten it. He
Only
probably swore at me, but,
I will not be fishing because I
oh,
am
it's okay.
not a fisher person.
Okay. Oh, otherwise, wait, and equally, Sweetheart Tree, and there, I did it as a set of 3. When she did the alphabet series, the ones I chose 3, because I got B is for bunny, E is for egg, and L is for lamb. And I stitched all of them in their specialty stitches and pearl cotton and beads and all kinds of pretty things. And
Okay.
I got them all framed alike, and I love them. So
Yeah, but you can
equal
only hang
answers.
one. You can only hang
I
one.
can hang them all together on a one
I'm being haunted by that.
something. December.
December Chardonnay.
December.
Every time I turn around,
Yeah,
there's
there
December
she is.
Chardonnay.
She's staring at you. Do they
I
notice?
have December Chardonnay in my zippered pouch, and I keep her there because she can't get out.
Hurry out, Julie. No. Okay.
Okay, all right. What number am I thinking of?
7.
Nope.
Okay.
Okay. Describe.
That's a good question. That's a good question.
What was the question?
Does she get a prize if we?
If we get the number, do we get a
If you guys can guess the number, you bet. I will give I'll, yeah.
You'll get a December Chardonnay magnet.
Maybe. Yeah.
You'll set her free.
Yeah, if someone guesses, that would deserve a gift, yes. Okay, describe the rest of your life in 5 words.
Oh boy,
This one's tough.
it is. Rest of my life. Stitching, fishing, peaceful, happy.
Does that even make sense?
Loved.
Very good.
good words?
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Lori. I appreciate it. I know she did not want to be on camera,
No.
but she loves me.
Yes.
So she did it
yes.
anyway.
Anything for you, Julie.
So. Doreen, do you want to go now? Because I know you wanted to get it out of the way, too.
I can go now, sure.
You don't have to.
No, I will.
But if you want to get it
Since
out
you're
of the
here.
way.
Since you're here, absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to move the camera.
Okay. Give me
You
my
can
stuff
have that.
back. Okay.
Hold on, people. We're moving. Beep, 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 beep. There. You're almost in there.
One last.
Okay, let's see what you have worked on.
Okay. Well, last night I started, it's by Jeanette Douglas. I can take it out of the bag. Travel
Yeah.
Together. It's a cube.
Came out at Market.
Yes, and it's six sides. And the first 2 came out at Market. And I think the next 2 are coming out this month.
Doreen has traveled a lot, which is why this probably appealed to her. Her husband was in the military, and so she's been everywhere almost.
I've been a lot of places.
Where haven't you been? That's not one of the questions.
I
but
haven't been to
just-
Greece or Australia.
Okay.
And I'd like to go to those 2 places.
Would you? Okay, so
But
you've been to
everybody-
Scotland, Ireland.
I lived in Scotland.
New Zealand.
Well, Australia, New Zealand.
Okay.
That would be one trip.
Okay,
I haven't been to Ireland either. That would be a trip.
I don't even.
okay.
I haven't been to like Iceland and those places. Doesn't work. That would be. We want to go
But
there.
Terry has.
Yes, he's been.
Terry went with your daughter
He
to
went
Iceland,
No,
right?
he went
No.
to Antarctica
Antarctica. Okay,
with my daughter, and he's been
Okay.
to Australia and New Zealand
okay,
in his military job.
okay.
But those are some of the places I'd like to go,
Mhm.
and I'd like to repeat places like Germany and which I might do this summer.
You've been traveling a lot lately.
I know.
I would not enjoy that. I'm a complete and utter homebody. Okay, so that's it?
No, today. Well, that's.
That was yesterday? That was all
Today-
yesterday?
That was all yesterday.
Okay.
Today I started A Time to Sew by Teresa Kogut. And I really like this. And one of the things I like about it, it's going to have, this is spring, it's going to have summer, fall, and winter. So you can switch them out on this board, which I also bought. This is how far I've gotten on it today. It's been a tough sewing weekend. I haven't gotten a lot
Oh
done.
my God, it's been tough for a lot of people. What is the fabric you're using? 40 count?
It's 40. This is actually 40 count.
Okay.
This one is called 40, but it's actually 56.
No.
5,600, we haven't figured that.
Elizabeth counted it out.
1,000.
It's very tiny.
It was so tiny.
You were working on that after working on a Mill Hill kit. And yeah, your eyes aren't going to adjust overnight. You're old.
It looks small to me. Hey, it looks small to me too, and I wasn't doing Mill Hill.
It's a fact of life.
Oh my gosh.
Our eyes do not adjust as quickly
Okay.
because we are of a certain age. Does that sound better?
That sounds better.
Yeah. Okay.
Choose happy.
Choose happy. No, seriously, this fabric, it's a Newcastle linen, but it's very tight. And I had trouble
And what is
getting
its
started.
name? Did you save the card?
I did.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Cause I don't remember what it was.
I don't
I just
either.
cut that on my
Hazelwood.
Hazelwood. Okay.
Hazelwood.
Fiber on a
Hazelwood.
whim Hazelwood. So just FYI, it could say 40, but it could actually be like 1,000 count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just look at it real closely to make sure you
If
can.
you're Dorene.
Anyway.
And don't try and do it after working on a Mill Hill kit.
I like Mill Hill kits.
There's nothing wrong with Mill Hill
I know.
kits.
I always
except
do a
for
Mill Hill after
they're,
I finish something.
You know, it's like working on burlap or
I don't
something.
have to use my
so,
glasses for a Mill Hill
Yeah.
kit.
yeah,
These old eyes.
those old eyes. Okay, so best sandwich.
Oh, turkey.
Turkey? Just turkey.
And
Really?
cheese and lettuce and tomatoes.
Well, you
and
gotta, you
lettuce.
know,
And the whole bit.
Condiments.
the whole bit.
Everything. And mayonnaise. I like mayonnaise.
And
on it.
mayonnaise.
Cranberry on it.
Oh, no, not.
Onions.
Not cranberry?
I mean, if I want that, that's a different sandwich.
So that's your.
I'm talking like a
that's
Subway
the
turkey
best
or
sandwich is turkey sandwich. Okay.
one of the best.
Okay. All right.
One of the best.
But with all the fixings.
all the fixings.
Okay. Because for me, that would not be.
I know, because you don't like
I don't like
the
the fixings.
fixings.
Mine would
And just turkey would be dry.
Well, I'd probably have butter and cheese on it.
That came on eggs, but
Because cheese makes everything better.
In your world, it does.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Okay, so one cross stitch piece you love, but will probably never stitch.
Well, I've been thinking about that, and I think it might be Christmas at Hawk Run Hollow,
Really,
because I love it.
it's beautiful.
It is. And I was going to do it on 40 count gauze,
Mm-hmm.
which after this, I'm not sure.
40 count gauze is actually easy
I
to
think
see.
Yes.
it is easy. It is easy to see.
It is easier to see.
And I already bought the NPI silks.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember going to my husband and saying, do you mind if I spend a lot of money on this? And he gulped, and then he said, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And here I am saying I'll never stitch it.
I have a solution to this problem.
What is that?
We should have another stitch. We should have another stitch along.
Another hawk run.
Specifically with Christmas
Okay.
at Hawk Run Hollow.
Okay.
Lori will do it with us.
Yes, she will.
Christmas stitch along, yep.
The reason
Hey,
I
I-
want to do it on gauze is because Roxy did hers on
And
gauze.
it's gorgeous.
Oh my gosh.
But the caveat with that is you have to fill in all the backgrounds.
I know, but it's beautiful. It is just so
Which, you know,
beautiful. I know.
it makes it twice as difficult. And Roxy hasn't finished hers because she poked holes in her
Right. I
in
think she
her
has 3 blocks left.
gauze. So, yeah.
But she
Oh,
fixed it. She already
no.
fixed it.
She's fixed it, but then she kind of was like,
Lost,
meh,
lost her heart.
lost her
Oh, yeah.
excitement for it.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
understand
so-
that.
But it's beautiful.
It
Oh my
is.
gosh.
It is stunning in person. Yes, absolutely. Over 1 on 40. It's yeah, pretty.
It is.
But yeah, we should have another stitch along. It only took me 10
Almost 10 years.
Well,
Well, I've done
8
I've done 2
and a
blocks on mine.
yeah, yours. Well,
Don't.
okay, now. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to rethink this just a little
Oh,
bit.
goodness gracious.
So you never finished your first hawk run.
Right.
So yeah, we can't do a stitch along. I'm
Well,
sorry.
see, I never should have done that one. I should have done the Christmas one when we started that stitch along.
And why didn't you?
I thought it was too much, and I would do that one instead. It was the Shores of Hawk Run Hollow.
Which is just
I love it, but I just don't care if I finish it. The 2 blocks I have, if I truly decide I'm not going to finish it, I'm going to cut them out and make a needle minder, like a needle minder book out of it.
okay.
This isn't what we're doing.
So at least I'll have that.
Well, I'm taking back my offer of a
Christmas stitch.
stitch along
Okay.
because I'm not
That's probably a
100%
good
sure
thing.
you would follow through.
Well, you know me
and
with
then there
stitch
I'd be
along.
stuck by myself 8 years later,
Yeah.
working on it all alone, all by myself.
I knew that was coming.
all by myself anymore.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Are you doing it on
Okay, all right.
air fabric?
Moving on.
Yes,
Scariest animal.
Have that many?
cockroach.
We're doing
Cockroach.
I hate cockroaches. I absolutely detest them.
They're a little creepy.
They are
I don't
awful.
want to share my house with
They
them.
are awful.
I hear the ones in Hawaii are really big.
They are.
That would be terrifying.
My daughter was giving her baby a bath,
Hmm.
and one came out of the faucet.
Out of the tube. With the water? Not just when the water was
The
not
water
on.
was off. It came out.
The water was off
Just
and
walked out of the faucet.
it out into the bathtub. Yeah, no.
That was in Hawaii.
Okay,
That
we
was,
can
that was
we can
gross.
scratch Hawaii off my list of places
Just
I would
take
like
showers.
to go. Well, no, because what if one crawled up my nose or something while I was sleeping?
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
That's just. They're not in the house per se. It's,
It just came out of the faucet. I think it's in the house.
well, they killed it. It's so gross.
Dorene.
They're gross. I hate them.
Okay, I wouldn't. I don't
hate
know
them
that
as much
it's-
as you hate spiders.
Oh, spiders,
Yes,
bad,
see, that's
bad,
how much I
bad,
hate
bad, bad.
cockroaches.
Okay, French knots or backstitch?
Oh, backstitch.
You people really hate French knots.
I can't make them uniform. They always
Yeah.
look different
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
They're
and this is a problem. How?
because the judge would mark me off for that.
Well, we don't care about her. She's just one person, one day.
I'd backstitch any day.
Okay, I'll let you backstitch my Paul Vaughn.
Oh, no. No, you have to backstitch those as you
No,
stitch.
no. You
That's
just
what I
said you would.
learned.
I'll do your
I
French
don't
knots.
have, like, I
and
don't
you
have
can
French
do my
knots.
back. You just said.
And Paula Vaughn has like nothing
Just
but backstitch.
You
no,
guys.
No, she is.
You guys heard her.
But I don't have any French
You
knots.
guys heard her.
Oh.
She would backstitch any day, she says. Any day.
That's exactly what she said.
But
We-
I am
I
not
have
trading.
proof.
But I'm not trading. If I had to do French knots or backstitch on today, I would backstitch. But there you go. That doesn't mean I want to backstitch all the
I
time.
have my
It
Paula
means-
Vaughn, finished Paula Vaughn over there.
do not.
You can,
You do
you
not.
can backstitch.
Which one?
Today.
Which one do you have?
That wagon fall one.
Did you finish that?
Finished?
Yeah,
From our stitch along?
yeah. That everyone dropped out of.
You finished that. I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Except for the backstitch, because I hate it.
We'll finish it. I'll start you off. Well, you know,
You are so
Rosie and Lori also prefer backstitching, so this should be a joint effort.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
own. Someone else's.
wow, you just got voluntold.
Most used app on your phone.
Is the text an app considered an app?
I don't know. Let's not consider
Okay.
texting an app.
Okay, probably Facebook.
What?
Facebook.
Facebook? Okay. Okay.
I stalk. I don't post, but I stalk.
She's
Who do you
looking for
stalk?
friends.
Lori?
Whoever's on Facebook, and then I get wrapped up in videos and cats and dogs and people and
Wow.
yeah. That's
That's
how
why
it
you
is.
don't ever get
It's
anything done.
a time waster. It really is.
That's
Yeah. I pretty much stay off of
I'm trying
Facebook
to do
except
better.
for
It's
posting
hard.
for the
Yeah,
shop.
'cause it's
But my
hours
personal
later.
page, I haven't posted on there for,
I can't tell you the last time I
or
posted.
even looked at it
Yeah.
for years.
I think I said thank you for birthday wishes, and that was the last
I don't
time
even look at
posted.
that.
Same way though, I don't.
I just don't go there.
Okay.
Okay, name one designer you would like to meet in person and let's say have a meaningful conversation
meaningful
with.
conversation.
Not just a, hey, I'm here to pick up my pre-order.
That's my world.
That's hard because I was gonna say Teresa Koga, but I actually did that with her.
Did you?
You had a nice talk
I
with
had a very
her.
nice talk with her
Mm-hmm.
when I was wanting to learn how to punch
Needle.
needle.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah,
And
we
she
did
actually,
visit with her.
She actually brought
I
out some
remember
stuff
that.
and helped me
And
with
have
that.
you punched needles?
I did once.
Okay.
I mean, I finished one
Okay.
little project, yes.
Okay, all right. So, aside from Teresa,
That's really hard. I mean, I've met Jeanette Douglas, and I like her a lot. I think I'd like to spend some time with her. Because every time I see her, she's so friendly.
she
So
is very
happy.
friendly, yes.
I think I'd like to
She
spend
is.
time with her.
Okay, all right. So, what's going to happen to your cross stitch when you die?
It depends which of my daughters get to it. If my older daughter gets it, it'll be gone. If my younger daughter gets it, she's going to call you or Lori.
Okay. We need a phone tree.
No, my younger daughter has assured me that she will not let her sister throw it away.
I don't have that assurance.
No, you don't.
Mine don't care, so.
Phone tree.
Phone tree.
I don't think they'll even take the time to phone you. Even if I put it in the will, they probably won't. Favorite action movie?
Oh gosh, it's either Die Hard or True Lies. I can't decide. Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Die Hard,
They're both so good.
mostly because I don't care for Arnold.
Have you seen True Lies?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't
That's one of those movies, if it's on, I have to
I
stop
don't-
and watch it.
care for Arnold,
No, he's good in that movie.
so.
But Die Hard is so good too.
Die Hard is good, yes. Is cross stitch your only form of exercise?
Well, most recently I've been playing Legos, putting Legos together.
Legos is not exercise.
Sure it is.
hon.
Sure.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's an activity.
Yes, but not an exercising
Okay,
activity.
I go to the gym at least once a week.
Okay, so.
Sometimes twice, but
so
at least
no.
once.
It's not your only form of exercise? Okay.
But my watch does pay attention to how much I'm stitching.
Yes.
I never thought about putting on my right arm. That's what I should do.
It's genius, I'm
It
telling you.
is.
It's cheating, but,
It works
you know.
for me.
It's movement.
There-
It's burning calorie movement.
Mhm.
According to my watch seems to know
I'm-
everything.
Yep, okay.
It's a smartwatch.
Mhm.
Yeah, smart watch.
Yeah.
All right, favorite smell?
Fresh coffee,
Fresh coffee? Why are we whispering it?
because it's embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
Because I love coffee.
That's okay.
But I'm-
It's okay,
and
Doreen.
there's
It's
no-
okay.
Well,
You can like
I've
coffee.
cut back quite a bit,
Yeah,
which I'm proud of.
that's why you're whispering, because you're not supposed to be drinking it.
So she can have it.
She said 1 or 2 cups a day.
Really? Is that like Connie's,
It's
just one
No,
time a day?
she seriously
exercise
said
for
1 or
her
2
knee?
cups a day.
1
Before
gallon
noon.
size cup a day.
Uh-huh, before noon.
Yeah.
Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. And when is that second cup of coffee coming in to play? Afternoon? Okay, now I know
Okay.
why you were whispering. You're afraid your doctor's gonna watch this.
No,
and
she
see.
won't. I don't think so.
She will if I send it to her.
Oh, gosh.
If I narc on you.
You wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I'd have to- I'd have to-
if I felt it was for your,
I'd have to tell you her name and number, and I'm not going to do
sure
that.
Lindsay would tell me.
Lindsay
or
wouldn't know.
Lauren.
They wouldn't know.
Oh, they would too.
They don't know.
They would.
How would they know?
They probably know more than you think.
I know.
Pam knows. And if Pam and I
Oh.
felt it was in your best interest to tell on you, we would.
Okay.
Because that's what friends do, even if it might make you mad.
Okay.
Just saying. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I can't remember these questions. I forgot the smell one. I should have been better prepared for that one.
The smell?
Yeah, I should have been better prepared.
Why? What's wrong with coffee?
No, nothing.
If that's the truth.
It is the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know
I
what
also-
mine is?
No. No.
Do you want?
I do want to know, yes.
You want to know?
Yeah.
Horse barn.
Oh, yeah.
I love the smell of a horse barn.
I understand that.
It's my favorite smell. It's a mix of leather and horses and hay and
Yeah.
favorite smell in the world.
That's a good sound.
Favorite sound?
Favorite sound?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. A baby cry, laughing, kittens, dogs.
Creak of a leather saddle.
That isn't a good sound.
Favorite sound.
That's a good sound.
Love it. Okay, if you can only hang one piece of cross stitch on your wall for the rest of your life, and that is the only thing on your walls, what is it?
It would be my eagle,
Your eagle
Isaiah.
that I framed.
That you framed beautifully.
Beautifully, yeah.
Beautifully.
It did turn out pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always liked that, and I stitched it once for some friends that were retiring from the Navy,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't want to give it to them. And I promised myself I would stitch it again for myself, and I did.
And you actually followed through on that
I
promise.
followed through on it.
Unlike the
So I
Hot Rod
think-
Hollow promise.
Yes. And so I think that would be the one that I would want,
Okay.
if I could only have one.
Okay. Yeah, you can only have one. The rest of them come to me.
Where would you put them? You have no room.
I have ceiling.
Oh, gosh.
I have ceiling that is a blank canvas.
Have you ever talked with your friends about hanging stuff, and do they have room for their stuff?
With these friends? And do they have room to hang all their cross stitch? No, I haven't ever asked that. Do you have room for your cross stitch? Can you hang it all on your walls? I hear a lot that people are running out of room.
I'm right, because we have an
People
open
of a
floor plan.
certain age.
Well, we have an open floor plan. There's just not enough
Yeah,
walls.
well, and that's the problem with open floor
It is.
plans. You should think about that when you buy a house.
I didn't think about
I
it when I
cross
was
stitch,
buying.
and
I did.
therefore I need walls.
It never occurred to me.
And you start doing stuff over one.
Well,
Or
then,
doing a travel cube instead of individual
then you
Yeah.
need
pieces.
to hang it like I do at the shop, which is just, put up carpet on the
Yeah.
wall. I put Velcro on the backs and just, and then you can move them around and squish them together whenever you need to add a new one.
I'll talk to my husband about
I
that.
might have to do that.
Yeah. Maybe in the basement. In the media room.
We already have it covered
Oh.
with posters.
Movie-related
Including the-
posters.
That
Including
probably
Lion
makes
King.
more sense.
Well, the two you frame, Lion King and Wicked,
And Wicked.
they are like key pieces in that room.
Yep.
Yeah, well, that's nice to know.
Everybody loves them when they see them.
All right, so what number am I? Do you know?
You know, I know this, but I can't remember it. You told me this one time,
Yeah,
and I cannot remember this. Let me think for a minute. I don't know. I'm gonna say 3.
nope.
Anyway, but I can't remember.
Describe the rest of your life in 5 words,
Yeah.
just 5.
Well, Lori took a couple of mine.
You can repeat.
Fishing. No.
That would not be one of them.
That would not be
That would not be one of them.
While you're fishing, I'll hang out in your basement.
Okay.
No. Family. Peaceful. Loved is a good one, but that kind of goes with family. Well,
Maybe not.
sometimes.
I have family that does not love me.
Content
That's a good one.
and
One more. Pinky.
fulfilled.
Fulfilled. Okay.
I need to know that I'm making a difference, that I'm doing something
You're making a difference.
in your life.
You light up my life.
Go ahead, start singing. Oh my goodness. Y'all should come to retreat.
I know.
That's it, we're never coming to retreat again.
Oh my gosh.
I would start singing it, but I'm busy trying not to cry.
Okay.
And coughing. So, But yeah, we've been singing a lot over that table this weekend.
We sing a lot all the time.
So almost everything that comes out of our mouth, there's a song about.
Rosie and I sang Shenandoah last night.
Yeah,
That was very pretty, wasn't it, Rosie?
yeah. You sang about those mounds.
Blue Hill,
They're
or
not
Blue Ridge.
mountains. Mountains have, peaks.
Blue Ridge Mounds. They're mountains. They're mountains.
What is it? Sometimes I feel like a nut. Sometimes.
That's mounds. Don't.
What are you feeling tonight?
Oh my! Right now?
Yeah.
Not now.
Not
nuts.
mounds?
No, I'm feeling coffee.
Feeling coffee? You cannot have any. It's 7:30 at
There's
night.
decaf
She brought
over there.
decaf.
Okay.
I might make a cup of decaf.
Okay, you can have decaf.
Okay, thank you.
You have my permission.
Thank you.
As your doctor.
I don't think she would mind.
Probably not. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna call that good for. I got stitching to do.
Yes.
You got stitching to do. So for now, we're gonna be done until the next chapter in Get to Know Your Stitcher. Okay. All right. Bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed the retreat video. I know I had a good time filming it, recording it, whatever it. I know my camera skills leave a lot to be desired, and there was a few little microphone issues also, so it's hard to hear a couple of them. Well, they have soft voices anyway, but I do apologize for that. There's really nothing I can do. And I think then I shall let you go. Oh, there's a pretty cardinal out in the tree. Anyway, I'm going to let you go for now. I will see you in the next one, where hopefully I will have more stitching progress to show you than I had at this time, which, hey, maybe if I wait 6 months, I'll have that last block done. I'm not planning to wait that long, though. So I will talk to you then. So you take care until then, and please leave me a comment. I know a lot of you watch on TV, and it makes leaving a comment hard. If you can't leave a comment, at least do a thumbs up, or, just comment. Just comment, please. And I will see you next time. Bye.